Greetings from Cybertron. This is SoundJack here with a review of the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Decepticon Phantomstrike Squadron multi-pack, including Skywarp, Fracas, Schrute, and Terror-daxtyl. So if you can't tell, this is a Decepticon-themed multi-pack in opposition to the Autobot-themed multi-pack I just reviewed. You can check that video out as well. This was paired with it, sold alongside it on Amazon's website, and even the fact, and especially with the fact that the boxes are able to combine into one big picture. Unfortunately, that won't happen because I don't have enough space in my light box for them to fit side by side, but I'll share a picture on my Instagram and Twitter, I'm sure. But speaking of the box, let us check out the box first. As you can see, it's the same kind of front as the previous one. No plastic window, just the artwork of a very nice artwork of Skywarp holding the two blasters and then Pterodactyl flying. And green light is there for some reason. I don't know. I do not know. There's Decepticon Phantomstrike Squadron, War for Cybertron S27. There's the Siege sidebox artwork. Phantomstrike Squadron, hidden up, official Transformers, War for Cybertron Decepticon, stock photography, calling this and that out, warnings at the bottom here, cross cell, and just the bottom there. And that's it for the packaging. And as this set doesn't have any characters that have any major issues that have been reported around, we can just get right in. I'm going to just go work through the Battlemaster guys, first, and then we will get on to the main event, Skywarp. So let's pull everyone else to the side, including you, Skywarp. Teleport out of here, please. And let us talk about the first one here, Fracas. And Fracas is Scourge's partner. So you can pair this up with the Titans Return toy, and then you have a Scourge. The weird thing about this, though, is, as you can see, he's dark kind of gray with a near blackish color on him. He's supposed to be the reverse of that. He's supposed to be predominantly black with some dark gray on him. And let me bring the box back here again. As you can see on the box, that was what it's intended, and that would have been accurate. So I don't know what happened. So it's inaccurate, but you know what? Whatever. That's what they are calling him. So I guess that's what's happening. But anywho, he is recolor, color lift, whatever you want to say, of the fire drive at Battlemaster, and you can see that here they have the exact same molded detail on them all around, just different colors. So this is also a very dark gray. This is just not as dark gray, or it's kind of gray. I don't know. It's various shades of gray going on there. But yeah, again, those are the same. So you got the main two blasters up front, the missile potty looking things, and then arms and legs wrapped up, and then the 5mm port that can go into any 5mm post anywhere. And he does include two accessories, these two blast effect parts that his mold comes with, I should say. They're all included in the same box set. So you can have him firing those guns off like so. Transformation, it's pretty simple. We pull the arms out, we flip the legs down, split the legs, flip this piece back, and there is Fracas in his robot mode, and he does look very, very nice. Like, that paint work is quite nice. The arms are just solid gray, but on the chest, like, that face is very nicely painted red. There's a little bit of gold going on those lower pecs, I guess. They even painted in a Decepticon symbol on his chest right there, and it just looks pretty nice. It feels Like they put that little bit of extra work in to make that look good. Articulation, oops, I didn't have his legs all the way closed. There we go. There's how he's supposed to look. But articulation-wise, nothing at the head. Arms are on ball joints, so they do a full 360. They can go that far out. Legs able to bend that far forward. That far back if you get the gun out of the way. And they are able to go that far out to the side. No other articulation there. However, you are able to take the gun off as it is just on a friction hinge, and you can use this 3mm post and plug it into this port on his forearm. And now he has a gun, so he is not just a walking robot man without weaponry. He can use his own gun, even though he turns into a gun. I don't know. That's how it works. But that is quite nice. And yeah, again, very much nicely painted. Work going on there. And I'm just off screen here very, very quickly transforming fire drive so you can see the differences between the two of them. Mostly plastics and paint application, but you know what? It works. It works very well, I must say. He looks really nice. And he will definitely be going with my Scourge on the shelf, even though he's not the right colors to technically be Scourge's partner, but oh well. So we'll put him off to the side. And then we're going to come here and talk about the next Target Master, Schrute. Now, Schrute, very weird name. Sounds like it's a reference to The Office. Probably is. His original name is Hair Splitter. He is one of the Decepticon Spinister's Target Masters. And for whatever reason, I don't know the exact reason, but he showed a Spinister toy showed up in the Transformers Collectors Club, and they gave him Target Master partners based off the Generation Scoop mold. And they had to name him Schrute for some reason. I mean, I assume they couldn't get Hair Splitter, but I don't know why Schrute was chosen instead. But you know what? Hey, there is a Decepticon Spinister coming out later this year. So you can he's just going to be hanging out until his buddy comes in, as well as his other buddy, since he's a since Spinister is a double Target Master. Okay, cool. Though they won't be able to combine like the original Target Masters. But this mold is a pretty nice mold. It is, the guns are very nice. You got those little pseudo-misopods to make the feet look like they do something. And then you got the arms and rest of the legs hanging out there. And the underneath there is his chest and his 5mm port. This mold is a retool of the blowpipe mold, which was the one that was used to make Trenchfoot and the Oddbot pack. But that was retooled. This is the first instance of the retool, which is Misfire, not Misfire. That Misfire is his partner. This is Aimless. So you can see they're pretty much the same. I think even the grays are the same. It's just pretty much the main body color. This might be a little darker. Yeah. That's probably is what's up there. But yeah, so it's a little dude as a gun. And then for transformation, we're going to pull the arms out, untab the feet, flip them down along with the waist, split the legs, fold the gun back, and there he is in his robot mode. And Schrute has a very nice purple head visored face. Very awkward 5mm peg coming out of his chest. Again, you can assume that might be like a Warpath chest cannon going on there if you want to explain that a bit better. I don't know. He does have a little white Decepticon insignia up there and a nice little bit of metallic green paint on his stomach there. And besides that, he is purple and gray limbs. Articulation wise, pretty much the same as Fracas, I should say. Ball jointed shoulders, so 360-degree rotation. Arms can go that far out. Legs can go that far forward, that far out if you move the gun out of the way, and that far out to the side, as they are also on ball joints. And as well, you can take the gun itself off the friction hinge. It's actually tight, and stick it into either forearm, as they have compatible 3mm ports. So that is neat. He is now armed and ready to make the ultimate fight. Just gotta wait for his buddy Spinister to show up, and I can't wait to get Spinister. I do think that toy looks really good. And here he is in robot mode next to Aimless, so you can see what's different going on between those two. Yeah, this is a slightly darker shade of gray for the limbs here. But yeah, so that is Schrute. And lastly, for the Battlemaster group, we have Terror-daxtyl. Oh, wait a second. One thing. These are the blast effect parts that come with that come with the mold for Schrute. So it's just those two crazy stringy blasters. So yeah, those are his accessories. And now we can move on to Pterodactyl, who is a repaint of the Pterodactyl mold, which is, as you can see here, this buddy. So we now got a new green Autobot Pterodactyl axe thing, and then this, and then now we got a new purple Decepticon Pterodactyl axe thingy. It's very neat. I do like this mold very much, so I'm glad to see that they got use out of it again. It's a very good mold, and then just a few more comparisons. As you can see, it's got the handle right here for it to be held. It's a chunky purple body in the middle there, as well as these two, as it's being a two-sided axe, so it's got the two sides and ports. We'll get into that in a moment, as well as this 5mm post. So if you want the weapon mode to be held this way, which it can definitely be, then this can become a gun, and you can stick blast effect parts on this end. So Terror-daxtyl axe blaster, that's what you got here. This is fun. But speaking of fun, you get this weapons effect part, which can go on either of the axe blades, and doing so, it's you got to get the two posts and the tab into that part. And now it looks like he is smashing someone with a hammer. Smash, smash, smash. Smash, smash, smash. Super powered energy smash. But the other side does have a blast effect compatible port. So I don't have a good example right now, do I? Yeah, I just have Sideswipe over here. So let's say, so you can have the effect part hitting someone. And I actually tested this out with Pterodactyl, so let's see if I can recreate it here very quickly. Maybe it depends upon the oh, there we go. Yep, you can plug it all in together and he'll stick. He'll stick. So that's very cool. So you can pretend like someone threw the axe and then it sticks in someone's arm. It's like, ah! So that's some fun pretending you can do there. Transformation wise, you are going to come up here and flip the head out like so. Flip the handle down. Flip out the feet. And then you can spread the wings. And there is Pterodactyl in his primary mode, robot mode, beast mode, whatever you want to call it. So he does go with a G1-y Pterodon vibe, because it's kind of like, this feels like the body of a jet, but it just happens to have like pterodactyl bits on it. Like these look like regular jet wings, and those are like the vents. He's very squarish, so it's pretty G1 in its design and aspects. So I guess it fits in with Siege for sure, as everyone is from G1 and they are very blocky. But underneath, he's a bit hollow because of all the things folding in. But he's got a very nice head. He's got a little bit of dark paint just like on the edges of the axe. Even painted blue eyes and a nice serrated molded mouth, though the mouth itself cannot open. Nice, again, molded detailing, panels and lines and rivets. It's very, very nice. As well as on the wings. There are a lot of rivets on the wings. And then just these two little tiny feet that help him to stand. And speaking of standing, articulation-wise, you can rotate the head down and up. So you can kind of get him standing like this if you want him displayed on your shelf. You can probably even like perch him on someone's shoulder. I don't know who's, maybe Galvatron's. I'm still trying to figure out where to put him. My best ideas right now are with Galvatron or with Brunt, but I feel like maybe Galvatron because I know the IDW Galvatron had an axe, and maybe the original toy did. I'm not sure, but also this could definitely recreate Laserbeak being on someone's shoulder, so maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Probably not going with Skywarp, only due to the fact that he's going to be going with all the other Seekers, and Skywarp, I don't know, would feel too special having this and his teleportation powers. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Articulation, I did the head. Wings can go in and out that far. No up and down motion on the wings. And the legs can go in that far and back that far. But yeah, like I said, you can get him standing pretty good. And of course, you can still apply the battle effects parts onto those wings. The wings can detach, but they're on mushroom pegs. So they're not going to be able to be compatible with anyone else. So that's a thing. So yeah, technically the wings do detach, but I don't know where you would put that. But here he is with Pterodactyl. So you can see what's different between these two, which is pretty much just the colors going on. So yeah, that's Terror-daxtyl, I should say. And now we can take a look at Skywarp, the part of the original 3 Seekers, getting his own appearance in the Tetrajet mold. And it is very nice. Surprisingly, this is not black. It's like a dark charcoaly color, which is very interesting to me. I'm curious about that choice. But besides that, you also got some nice purple going on here and silver up here as well as down here and up here. You got the translucent orange plastic pretending to be like a cockpit, but not much to see. There are Decepticon insignias on the sides of the wings here. A bit more purple here and on the tips of the wings. And you can clearly see all the silver battle paint damage going on. A little bit darker stuff up on the front though. There's the back, so you got the turbines, the thrusters, the chest, and then underneath you have the legs and the arms, as is standard with jet formers. Then of course he comes with the 2 null ray weapons, which are blast effect compatible, top there, as well as have 5mm posts, so you can plug them into there. You can't plug them in there because there's a little bit of the arm is in the way, so it actually will not fit in that hole. But my preferred way to store them is like this. I just think it works with certain angles. Maybe not others as well, but like I think that looks the best position for that. And as well, just quickly talking about blast effects, you can also stick them in these thrusters. So if you got like, I don't know, 3 of these, you can have that thing going on, though I only have the 2 at the moment. And just might as well show it off, the blast effect on the weapon. And I want to say there are no blast effect ports on the jet mode itself. There's certainly some on the underside of the jet mode, but we'll talk about that when we get to robot mode. So to show that off, first we got to do some vehicle mode size comparisons. Here he is with Legend class tailgate and Deluxe class sideswipe, Voyager class Optimus Prime, Leader class Ultra Magnus, his other 2 Tetrajet mold buddies that I have, Starscream and Redwing, and the classics Skywarp, as well as the Warp for Cybertron styled Skywarp. So that's all there is to say about the alt mode. So getting on to the transformation and rolling into the robot mode, we are taking the guns off. We are then going to come back here and flip this up, untapping these two slots from those two pegs, and just leaving it there for the time being. And then we are going to pull up the wings, moving this wing where this clip was underneath there, and these two tabs were on two of those slots on the arm right there. So undo that on this side as well. Move that all out of the way. Then we're gonna just lift this up a bit so we have a bit more clearance. I'm gonna untab the arms from the legs, those two tabs going into those two slots there. Doing the same on the other side. Now we're gonna pull the legs down, and when you do that, these sections are gonna come up and fill in. They are spring loaded, so when you pull them up, they fold in, but when they're down, there is no gap in the leg. And it does that. Yeah, so you got that's a nice touch, I will say. Feet, pull the toe and heel out. Well, that's the heel and the toe, I should say. And then straighten that out a little bit more and rotate that around. Coming up here, we're going to, I always forget where exactly it is. Okay, so we're gonna lift this panel up. We're gonna swing the fist out. I'm gonna extend that outward like so on that double hinge. Close that back up. Do that and just rotate the fist to straighten it out. Repeat that on the other side. Find the panel. Flip the fist out. Oops. Pull that section out. Close the panel. Rotate the arm forward, and those are the arms. And now we're going to come here and we're going to pull this chest piece down. But when you are doing that, using those two hinges, it is going to pull the head out just a bit so you can get to it and flip it the rest of the way up. You can peg the panel into the chest. Pull this back. This actually does tab into the back of the head, and we're gonna flip it inside there like so, and then we're gonna come back here. I'm gonna split the nose cone, fold this all the way up, and then we're gonna want to get those two tabs, that one there and the one on the other side, into the slots there and there. And oops, one more thing I forgot to do. We are going to want to take the thruster section, pull that out, and then have this tab go into that slot there. So now there's going to be proper clearance for these to come in to get tabs in. It's a little, I don't know why, he's a little trickier than the others for some reason to get this right. Come on. I know you can do it. There we go. And we've got that. And now you can just straighten out the wings to your delight. And there you have Skywarp in his robot mode. And that looks very nice. I'll talk about the accessories really quick because it's basically part of the look. They're the same ones, and 5 millimeter parts, they can go there, in the hands, on the legs, on the wings. But really, he's a seeker. They're gonna go on the shoulders, like so. Like so. And that is the full look, and that looks great. And he does look really good. It's still a little weird to me that it's more of a charcoal rather than black, but I still think it looks fine. It's especially, though, in this mode it is more noticeable, especially as he still has a black head, but the rest of the body has a different shade of coloring on him, so yeah, whatever. Speaking of that head, it is a very nice head. It's kind of a smirky scowl mouth, I guess. It is slightly different than the Starscream head, but it still retains the nice light piping. It's not working so well on camera. It is not the strongest of the light pipers of this series, but it is there. Also, it looks like there's even a little bit of paint on the vents on the side of the head, which is very nice touch, as well as on the face, of course. You got the jet turbine chest nipples going on, the clear orange cockpit with some gray paint over that, or the charcoal. Lighter gray for the rest of the chest area, pretty much. Legs are solid charcoal. A lot of battle damage going down the legs, as well as this bit of purple on the shin, and the feet are predominantly purple with silver paint. Shoulders are the charcoal, lower arms are solid purple with a bit of battle damage as well, and the guns are solid charcoal as well. The wings do have a Decepticon insignia on the inside, as well as this purple stripe right here, and the same on the other side. And then, look, there's the back. There's a lot of kibble in that backpack, but you know what? It ends up working pretty nicely. Looks really good. I do say so myself. If I do say so myself, I should say. Articulation-wise, head can rotate a full 360, can look up, can look down, can do a bit of side to side. Seems to be a ball joint. Wings, before I forget about those, they can bend that far back, that far forward, and they can even rotate. They can't rotate forward, but they can rotate that far up. So you got quite a bit of room to play with. And Skywarp. So you can get, I like just a mild angle, just enough to be different, but not, I don't like it straight, but just enough to have an angle. I think it looks good. Anyway, back to the rest of the articulation. I'm going to move that wing out of the way to help. Shoulders can rotate a full 360 and can go that far out. There is the bicep swivel, as well as a nearly 180 degree bend at that elbow there, like so. And then the wrists do have a wrist rotation. No up and down though. Waist does have articulation. It cannot do a full 360 due to the backpack, but you can get pretty far with it, as you can see. Legs themselves, they can go that far forward. That's a very far forward kick. They can go back only that far, again, due to the kibble. Legs can go very, very far. They can go that far with that panel still being there, but you can press that in and get an incredibly deep knee bend. But even this is quite deep for some Transformers, even. And then the feet do tilt. Not a whole lot of tilted, but you do get some tilt out of that. Let's see what the spread is. About there. Pretty decent spread. Whoops the daisy, knocked the camera. And I guess the toes and heel can bend because of transformation. So if you want to count that as part of that as well. And just straighten out those wings. And of course you can hold. Oh, and then for battle effect ports, it's got one on the shoulder, 2 on the forearms, and 2 on the legs there. So you can have him getting hurt and whatnot, like so. And that is Skywarp. So let me bring in Fracas, Schrute, and Pterodactyl. And let's do some robot mode size comparisons. Here they are with Legends class Tailgate and Deluxe class Sideswipe, Voyager class Optimus Prime, and Leader class Ultra Magnus. The Seeker mold mates that I have right now, Starscream and Redwing, Classic Skywarp and War for Cybertron Generations Skywarp, and of course the channel's mascots, Soundwave and Wheeljack. And so there's the whole of the Decepticon Phantomstrike Squadron. I want to keep saying Phantomstrike, but it's Phantomstrike Squadron. They're all very good. All the molds are good. I mean, the Battlemasters are Battlemasters. Terror-daxtyl is a great mold, has great names. Every single version of that mold has great names. Schrute's got a weird name, but hey. Fracas, the color should have been reversed, but hey, it's what it is. Can't wait for Spinister and the other partner to come out so they can be all together. Skywarp looks great. Still surprised that it's not full on black. as you could see with the comparisons and again with the head. But I do think it works. It looks nice. I'm glad Skywarp is here and now to get at least 4 more of the same mold. But that is all I have to say about this set, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SoundJack426. Also, if you would like to help support the channel, you can check out my Ko-fi link in the description down below. And you should also check out RDSJ Gaming, where I play video games with Alyssa, aka The Rational Dove. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in. This is SoundJack signing off.